What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the first ever round of Le Mans. What an incredible venue as well here in Monza. I'm just going to turn the game sound down. I think it might be a little bit too loud in comparison to me. Oh, actually, no. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. So, for the first time ever, we are here for Le Mans. This is it. We are live in Monza. We are on board with Thomas in the Porsche. We have 7 drivers on track at the moment. We have a few still trying to join, but it's the first ever round. So do please bear with us. Remember, our second round is just a week away. We're not messing around. Oh, sorry, no, 2 weeks away, I think. Anyway, we are going big or going home. Le Mans on a Friday evening is going to be a big thing. Purple sectors for Thomas Kronsky in the Porsche as he just comes around out of... 1 second, I've just got something on. How are we all anyway? Marcus, that is the plan. That is the plan, hopefully. So, Thomas Kronsky with a 151.4 goes fastest, and Malk just half a second behind him in P2 in the McLaren. That is what we're talking about. Theo Thailand in that beautiful blue Mercedes. He's currently on a lap in P3. He's just coming out of Ascari and down towards Parabolica. He set a purple sector 2. This is what we are waiting for. Theo Thailand, look at that, a Swedish livery on that Porsche AMG. I love it with that flag above it as well. Theo Thailand down to the line, and it is 8 seconds off the timings. So we can see there as the timings. Dave Walker in the Porsche. He loves it. He loves the pink, doesn't he? And Dynamo, you are more than welcome to join if you want. So Dave Walker just coming out of Ascari down towards Parabolica. You've got Mirko also on a lap. He's just coming through the double chicane at turn 1 and 2. Eric is in the pit lane, but it's Dave Walker into Parabolica. I know we've got a couple of drivers trying to join the lobby, so I do apologise if I do go quiet. We've got 10 minutes of qualifying remaining as some of the drivers try and join. So, Corey Tidman is still in the pit lane, so he's Eric Driver. Dave Walker in the Porsche. He's currently P4. He is on a lap, though. No, sorry, he's just said his lap, didn't he? Yeah. So, Thomas Kronsky currently on pole position. Look at this. Who is that behind him? I think that is, it's not Mirko. Mirko is in that Ferrari. So I think it was Malk in the McLaren. And Theo Thailand in that Mercedes. Dave Mirko is on a lap as well, so it'll be interesting. He's setting green sectors as he comes down in towards Parabolica. What's going on, Harvey? I don't know how to do that, Mirko. So Mirko did a very good lap, and Theo Thailand has gone quicker as well in P3 now. Look how close Malk and Theo are, less than 3/100ths of a second apart. This is incredible. How close is this for the AMG onto the McLaren? Thomas Krasensky in that Porsche is currently on pole position. Corey Tidman is still in the pit lane. So when is he going to head out of there? Eric Driver as well. Mirko is around 3 seconds behind. So is Dave Walker in that Porsche. As we ride on board. As we come through that second sector. Della Roggia and then up towards the Lesmos at the double right-hander. And we know Dave Walker can be very quick. He's up on his lap time. He's nearly 2 tenths up at the moment. Beautiful stuff as he comes through the second of the Lesmo corners and then down towards Ascari. We'll see so much battling here this evening in this 30-minute race. 6 minutes of qualifying remaining. This is it. Sorry, we've got a couple of drivers trying to join. I know Salute's trying to get to them. Cheers, Harvey. They are trying to get in and pick the cars and stuff like that. So Dave Walker is half a second up on his lap time. It's not going to improve his position as he comes down towards the line. So Dave Walker does improve, stays P4. Mirko in that Ferrari. You've got Malk in the pit lane. Theo Thailand just setting lap after lap. Thomas Krasensky is still on pole position here in Monza. So I'm not sure he's able to get in. Yeah, I mean, that's a real shame. So some of the drivers are not able to get on track. So 3.5 minutes of qualifying remaining. We know there's going to be a huge increase in numbers for round 2. So we'll see what happens. And Malk is on his way back out of the pit lane. Theo Thailand is just going at it. He is just going lap after lap. Thomas Krasensky is just behind him in that Porsche. And then you can see Dave Walker still out on track. Eric Driver, Corey Tidman still in the pit lane. Only 3 minutes of this qualifying session remaining. I know we've had a few issues trying to get the drivers on track here. It's a real shame. I know there's a few that want to join. Beautiful stuff. Yes, Sibinala. Mirko Simonala and Malcolm Veltrop in the McLaren. You can see him waiting to go out. Field Thailand. We all know Field Thailand, the champion in our F1 division, and they are stuck at the moment behind that Ferrari driver. And then you've got Thomas Krasinski in the background. You've got Jamie Bass as well. So there's actually more drivers on track than what it's actually showing me. Yeah, where's Banana? It's only showing GT cars. Ah, okay. Right, how do I change that? Ah, okay. Right, 1 second. Still trying to get used to it. I do apologise. It came up for a second there, but so what happened? How do I get it all back up? Yeah, why is it only showing GT cars? What is going on here? Yeah, look, there's more drivers. There's quite a few drivers on the track. Yeah, there is. Yeah, you're right. We're not seeing 3 of the drivers. I don't know why, but it says the race is 45 minutes as well. It's supposed to be. Is it 45? I have no idea, guys. I'm trying to fix it, but it's just...
Teams and drivers go to the grid for a race start.
Sorry guys, trying to sort it. No one in hypercars is driving. Keeps scrolling in the drivers menu. What do you mean? Sorry. So these are the drivers that I'm supposed to see. These top 3 I cannot see. Right, there we go. But then it only brings these 3. Wait, so I can't see all of the drivers together? What's this kind of stuff? So we've got 3 There we go. They're all starting to come on track, but then you've got the Le Mans ones. There we go. Right. Ah, I see what you mean. So when I spectate the GT3 cars, I'll see the GT3 cars up here, and when I spectate the hypercars, I'll see them up there. So we've got 10 drivers in total on track. Okay. First time ever doing commentary for this, so I do apologise, but yeah.
Formation lap has started.
Here we go. This is it, and it is. I think it's the hypercars 1, 2, 3, but don't quote me on that. Oh no, they're in different. This is really, really strange. Really strange, because you've essentially got 2 races on the same track. It's really confusing. So, here we go. This is it. Marcus is going to get us underway. And then you've got Jamie Brass right behind him in the other hypercar. Look at that. You've got the Porsche and the Mercedes. Theo Tyneland and Thomas right behind them, getting ready to go. It's Marcus all the way to the line. Jamie Brass in the hypercar, scowling on the back of him. And then you've got the 2 GT3s, pairs and pairs. Theo Tyneland. You've got Malk Veltrop there as well, the Porsche of Dave, all eyeing them up for this first ever race here in Monza. We go green! Off we go! Marcus and Jamie. Jamie got an incredible start in that hypercar. They go wheel to wheel all the way down towards turn 1 at Retafilo. Who's going to come out on top? They are way ahead of the rest of the grid. Jamie Brass around the outside goes deep. Here comes Marcus around the outside. Back in front goes Marcus and into the lead of this Grand Prix. Mirko has been overtaken by Dave. Dave is now back in front of Mirko and up to P4, but he's got a drive-through time penalty. That is not what he wanted. Jamie Brass and Marcus still going at it. What about Dave Walker? He's got a drive-through. Malk is right on the back of Thomas. Theo Tyneland is leading in that Mercedes. So what a start to this race. And Theo Tyneland nearly a second clear of Thomas. Then you've got Malk just on his tail, as you can see. Jamie Brass now starting to fall off a little bit. Marcus is 1.9 clear. These hypercars are incredibly quick. And here we go. Mirko on the back of Dave. Slipstreams him all the way down towards Ascari. Is he going to get close enough for the move? We're right on board with Mirko in the Ferrari. Can he get the overtake done? He can't. He just follows him through. He's edging closer and closer, looking for a way past out of Ascari down towards Parabolica. Is this going to be the move for Mirko? You can see the drivers in front. And there's drivers already into the pit lane. Look at this. Malk on the back of Thomas. Is he going to be able to get the overtake? Here comes Thomas on Theo Tyneland. The gaps are incredibly tight. Tidman and Eric back into the pit lane for these. Oh, look at that around the outside. Brilliant stuff from Malk. That was an outstanding overtake out of Retafilo down towards Della Roggia. Malk is now into P2. He's chasing down Theo Tyneland in these GT3 cars. It's Mercedes to McLaren to Porsche. You see Dave Walker just in the background. Mirko chasing him down. Can he bridge the gap? Not at the moment, he can't. We ride back on board with Theo Tyneland. What does that say on the back of his car? Flash of you. Jesus. Oh, yeah. Right, okay. That's that then. Theo Tyneland with the cheeky little sponsor on the back of the car. Dave Walker and Mirko just coming through Ascari. Is Mirko going to be close enough on this occasion? He gets the better exit out of Ascari down towards Parabolica. We're riding on board. Here he comes into the slipstream of the Porsche driver. The Ferrari's got the speed. He is coming with force down in towards the hairpin. Is he going to go around the outside? No, he's going to cut it back up the inside, but he's not close enough to go for that overtake just yet. And Dave Walker has got a fight on his hands here with Mirko Sibinala. And then you've got Thomas and Mauk chasing down Theo Thailand, who's just started to escape. 1.3 clear. Jamie Brass is 5 seconds. Thomas is into the pit lane. He calls it a day in the hypercar. Jamie Brass has fell 5 seconds behind Marcus, who's clear of everybody at the moment. So, Marcus all the way down the hill towards Ascari, and then you've got Jamie in the other hypercar. But it's the GT3 cars that are supplying all the action at the moment. Here comes Thomas on the back of Mauk, down towards the double Lesmos. And I tell you what, Theo Thailand, you can see him in the distance, but this is going to be a nice little battle between Mauk and Thomas. Around the second of the Lesmos, rides that curb, and he's just trying to keep that speed. But look at this, here comes Mauk on the back of Dave. You can see him coming with another charge, the exact same time as last lap. Is he going to go for that move up the inside of Ascari? He's going to think better of it. He's going to be patient. He's got a lot of race to go here, 40 minutes. To get that overtake done, riding the curb once again. Dave just bouncing around from right to left, and this could potentially be the overtake we've been waiting for. Dave Walker stays in front in that Porsche at the moment, that bright pink of the Porsche. Thomas Mauk with a brilliant overtake has managed to stay in front and into P2. So, Thomas on Mauk. Yeah, really looking forward to the way Le Mans works. I probably, until I get used to it, I would probably suggest running just one. Oh, look at that on the inside. Mirko on Dave. Dave is off the track. Mirko slips, and did he go round? He absolutely did. And we seen in the distance, he went for the overtake. He couldn't pull it off, and that was all she wrote. Mauk is round. Sorry, Mirko is round in the Ferrari. Dave Walker is now free and a little bit of air in front of them wheels. What about Thomas? They're just coming out of Della Roggia down towards the double Lesmos. Mauk in that McLaren, you can see he's just about peeled off ahead. Yeah, I gotta say, the hardest thing about this so far is flicking between hypercars and GT3 cars. For me, it doesn't make any sense, I'm going to be honest. So Marcus is into the pit lane, not sure what happened with him. Jamie Brass is now in the lead of the hypercars. I think... yeah, I think if we run with one, like either GT3 or hypercars, not both of them, I think it would probably be better so that we can see everybody on track. And they're not in two completely different races. Oh, yellow flag. Mirko is into the gravel and into the wall. The McLaren driver, and that might be the end of the Italian's home Grand Prix here in round one. He's got the Italian car. He's got the Italian nationality. He's in the Italian race, but he is crashing into the Italian barriers. Oh, look at this freeway battle for the lead. Theo Thailand to Mauk to Thomas Brzezinski. It's anybody's to lose here. 36 minutes of this Grand Prix remaining. And I'm not going to lie, I would really enjoy doing this again next week with just GT3 and get We've got so many more drivers trying to join the grid, and up the inside goes Thomas. Malk pushes him off, gets back in front. It's a tasty little battle between the pair, but the Porsche driver is not letting him go as they go down towards the Lesmos and the double left-handers. He goes a little bit wide, does the McLaren, and here comes Thomas once again. He gets a great run on him down the inside of the second Lesmos, and Thomas is into P2. A beautiful overtake from the Porsche driver. The McLaren demoted to P3, and that is how it's done here in Le Mans. Thomas Krowensky, what an overtake that was. Dave Walker is now starting to catch up a little bit. You can see that hypercar in front, you can see the front two with that gravel just spraying in the air. Malk Veltrop down to P3. Here comes Marcus in the hypercar. He's going to have to navigate all of these GT3 cars. They're much quicker cars. Around the inside goes Marcus, and now he's going to go for Thomas Krowensky, who's going to let him by. Theo Thailand will do the same, and hopefully he doesn't flash him on the way through. There goes Marcus in front of Theo Thailand, and through goes the hypercar. There is a driver exiting the pit lane as well. But here comes Malk Veltrop. Is he going to try and make the same move that the Porsche driver did in towards Retafilo? And you can see Dave, he's staying with them, the boy. Do not count out Dave Walker just yet. Jamie Brass leading by an absolute mile. No, he's back down to P2. He's into the pit lane. Marcus is now leading in the hypercars. And he's making overtake after overtake. It's a learning curve for all the drivers. It's a learning curve for me. It's a learning curve for everybody involved. And I'm sure we will get it right. Possibly for next Friday as well. And the Friday after. I'm not liking that the mouse comes across the screen though. I'm not a big fan of that. I would like to maybe bind the buttons so I don't need to do that. So, we've got a nice little battle. Theo Thailand still leading in the GT3 cars. So, Thomas Krowensky. Thomas Krowensky got a good exit from there. Is he going to go for that move? He already made a stunning overtake on Malk Veltrop. Look at this. So we ride on board with the Porsche driver as we head down towards Ascari. It's the Mercedes that leads to the Porsche. Theo to Thomas. Thomas went for a late lunge on Malk. Is he going to do the same on the Swedish when he slides through there? And he lost a little bit of time. And you can see Malk just starting to drop off a little bit. You've got the hypercar of Jamie Brass in the background. You can see him. He's currently P2 in that race. And here comes Jamie Brass. He's going to be a lot quicker than these drivers. There we go. Jamie Brass up the inside of Malk. He's not going to put up a fight. Now next up on the list is Thomas. And Jamie Brass a lot quicker. Down the straight we go. Makes the overtake and past Theo Tarnland. And he will now chase down Marcus in that hypercar battle that they've got going on. But this GT3 battle is a very tasty one. So Theo Tarnland in towards Retafilo. Then Thomas, then Mauk. 30 minutes of this race remaining. It's good to see the drivers so close as well. Even Dave is not too far back. It is his first ever race. Mauk Veltrop. Well, I don't know if it's his first ever race, but it's his first ever F7 race. Everybody's just getting used to it. Theo Tarnland only 6 tenths clear of Thomas. Remember, they will have to pit at some point. So we are 8 laps into this race. So is Thomas going to go for this move once again on Theo Tarnland as we head down in towards Parabolica? But yeah, it's all a learning curve. It really is. But it's still a great battle that we are watching here. Theo Tarnland holding on. You've got to really make a decent overtake to get by. You've got to push hard and brake late. You're not going to get any freebies around here with these drivers. But here comes Thomas. It's 2 tenths is the gap. He's slipstreaming all the way down. Tadella Roger moves to the outside. This is where he can get the move done. Wheel to wheel, side by side in towards turn 1 and 2. He backs out. The Mercedes is through and Theo Tarnland stays in the lead. Thomas Krowensky backs out. He's now 8 tenths of a second behind. He did lose a little bit of time there, and he's going to have to try again. He's got 29 minutes to do so. Did that help Mauk? It absolutely did. He's now back within touching distance of the top 2. It's a tasty exchange. Go Theo, says Potts, his fellow countryman. What a place to start in Monza. This is what we were hoping for. Oh, Thomas is round. He's held on to it. Mauk is through. And when Thomas was putting in all the work and potentially fighting for the lead, he's then gone and dropped down to P3 from an ever so slight mistake. And that is how quickly everything can change. Thomas has got to get back into gear now. What about Mauk? He sees Theo in the distance. Thomas will be kicking himself with that. The Porsche driver. Mauk is out as well in the pit lane. So is Eric and C. Tidman. Thomas in the hypercar is also out. Remember, you've still got Jamie Brass and Marcus in the hypercars. Marcus doing a tremendous job at leading. Jamie Brass already pitted a lap down. And they are going to catch up to the GT3 cars a couple of times in this race. We are sure of that one. So Dave Walker to Mauk, just coming through Retafilo. It's going to take a couple of minutes at least to even try and get back the time that he's lost there. We know how good some of these drivers are. We know how good they can be on track. It's just a case of watching and witnessing. So Mauk is in P2. Thomas Krowensky in P3. Is Theo Tarnland leading in the GT3 cars? Dave Walker is still there in P4. Remember, it's only a pre-season race. Wait till we get started with this. I am absolutely buzzing for it. Genuinely buzzing for it. It looks so good. It feels good. The graphics are amazing. It is really, I'm confident about this. I really am. The spectator mode is good. Once I get all the button bindings and everything like that, I think we'll be on to an absolute winner here. So... So Malk is 1.9 behind Field Townland. Yeah, exactly. Car customizability. So they're a little bit spread out now, around 2 seconds apiece. But Malk is catching up to Field Townland. The gap is now 1.5. Then he's back up to 1.9. Theo got a very good entrance and exit into Rettifilo as we head down in towards Della Roggia. 25 minutes to see who will win this opener. Malk is really going late on the brakes. You are right, Bjorn. He is, isn't he? Malk is going late on the brakes. Thomas is starting to catch up as well. Is Malk dropping time? Thomas is starting to find his rhythm again. And you can see the gains of the drivers there. All on the mediums. Bjorn knows the drill. Bjorn knows the drill. Oh, he took a huge chunk of that apex, did Thomas Krowensky. And he's now only 1.3 behind Mount Veltrop. A little advice there for Bjorn to look for the pace on the exits. Is Mount going to listen? He's now 3.5 seconds behind Field Townland after starting to catch up to him. Hey Bjorn, any tier 1 driver, I'm sure you know about pace. So we will ride on board with Malk Veltrop in the McLaren. If you are looking to get involved, guys, exclamation mark Discord in the chat, you can come and join. Remember, this is only our first ever event. I'm sure when we get some clips going online after the race and we start posting some stuff, I expect round 2 to be huge with a lot of drivers on track. I would probably change to just GT3 cars. But that's a personal preference. We'll speak about it after the race. Marcus still leading in the hypercars. We'll ride on board within a second. He's doing a fantastic job. He's leading. He's doing what he needs to do, and now he's starting to catch back up to the pack. He's on the back of that GT3 car of Dave Walker, that purple Porsche, as they come out of Retta Della Roggia and down in towards Ascari. Blue flags for Dave as the hypercar is trying to come through. Up the inside, makes the move, a little tap for good luck, and through goes Marcus. Down in towards the second of the Lesmore corners, rides the curb, gets on the exit, back on the throttle, and beautifully done in that Porsche hypercar. The BMW, Jamie Brass, still going at it, still doing what he needs to do, and the engines sound awesome here in Monza. And look at the gaps. Malk is into the lead. Theo Townland must have made a mistake. Malk is into the lead, and we missed it as we were riding on board with the hypercars. So can Theo Townland get that position back off Malk? Here he comes. You can see the speed. And it looks like Malk has got more straight line speed. And Thomas Krowensky is right back involved in this. The three of them separated by less than a second out of Rettifilo down towards Della Roggia. This is going to get spicy. Do not go anywhere. Malk Veltrop leads. Theo Townland in P2. Thomas Krowensky in P3. down in towards Della Roggia. Is Theo going to go for it? Then, on top of all of that, you've got Marcus in a hypercar who's starting to catch up to him. These drivers are going to get blue flags. Who knows what's going to happen? Here comes Marcus. Oh my God, side by side goes Theo and Malk. And Theo just backing out. Here comes Thomas Krowinski. Malk has another snap and the Porsche driver as Thomas goes side by side with the AMG. Up the inside, down towards the Ascari. The Porsche is through. Thomas Krowinski. Now here comes Marcus in the hypercar. He makes it look easy. Malk Veltrop will try and get out of the way. Is this going to hinder him? Round goes Thomas Krowinski again. Onto the gravel at Ascari. Theo Townland chasing down Malk. Malk gets out of the way. And Marcus is through. It is drama here in Monza. Malk Veltrop leads, Theo Townland in P2, 1.2 is the gap now, and Thomas Krowinski 7 seconds behind with his second mistake of the race. 20 minutes remaining. Genuinely, I'm not even like, I cannot wait until there's 20 GT3 drivers on track and we're commentating through all of them like this. Has Malk made a mistake? No, he's 0 behind Townland. So the gaps are a little spread out other than the front two. So Phil Townland in the Mercedes, he's still leading. He's had a little bit of luck though. So into Ascari. There's Theo Townland. He's leading at the moment, lap 14. Malk Veltrop just behind him. Not too far away here. Oh yeah, there's going to be a huge influx of drivers from SimGrid, from the clips, from socials, everything. Yeah, it's going to be big. It's going to be big. You can already see the popularity of it. Here comes Malk on the back of Theo Townland into Retafilo. A little bit of damage on the front of that Mercedes. But it's Malk Veltrop that is chasing him down. Here we go, down in towards Della Roggia. He's lost a little bit of time. The gap is around a second now. Thomas Krowinski 7 seconds behind, but we know he's pretty much the faster of the drivers, Thomas. He's just lost that little bit of pace. Here we go, 4 tenths, 3 tenths, down in towards the double Lesmos. Is Malk going to look for a way through on the Swedish driver of Theo Townland? Around the first of the Lesmos, down in towards the second of the Lesmos. The gap is dwindling away for the Swedish driver. They ride the curb. Here comes the McLaren into the slipstream of the Mercedes as we head down towards the hill into Ascari. Can he make the move? Into the left-hander we go. He's going to be patient on this one. He doesn't want to push and make a mistake. They've still got a pit unless they can get to the end of the race. Potentially they can, but it will be a struggle. So down in towards Parabolica, Theo Townland leads to Malk. It's Sweden to the Netherlands, but what about Thomas Krowinski? He can see them in the distance. He's on his way back. He's made up around a second just in the last lap alone So he is heading back for the front two. Theo Thailand goes short. Malk goes wide. The gap is now 8 tenths. Here he comes. And here comes Jamie Brass in that hypercar in the BMW. And the speed is so different. Through he goes. And this could hinder Theo in that Mercedes. Jamie is going to be patient about this. Out of Retafilo. And around the long right-hander. And Jamie Brass is through on Theo Thailand, the hypercar. Done and dusted once again. And it's a drive-through for Thomas Krowensky. A drive-through time penalty. It's been an awesome race for Thomas Krowensky. He's got a drive-through. Dave Walker is also into the pit lane. He's on his way back out now. So, Theo Thailand, a second clear of Mount Veltrop. Hey, F1 Norris, don't even worry about how bad you are, mate. Honestly, this is the first ever round. You know, we're just as bad at broadcasting it, and, you know, everybody's brand new to this. Don't even worry. This is for everybody. Oh, I think that's a stop and go for Dave Walker. But we'll have more information after this race. I would definitely like to organise another one for a week's time with just GT3, but we'll see how that goes. I know we've got quite a few drivers signed up and ready to go for this now. No worries, mate. So 1.1 is the gap. Theo Thailand to Malk Veltrop. Thomas Krowensky is now only 3.7 behind. He's not got a drive-through, so I'm not sure what happened there. Malk crashed out in the Ferrari, so he's DNF'd. Oh, what is going on for Thomas Krowensky? What is that? And now he's on the back of Malk Veltrop. How has that even happened? Here comes Thomas Krowensky on the inside of Malk. They're going to go wheel to wheel. He took a huge chunk of turn 1 at Retafilo. The Porsche driver wipes out Malk and into the wall they go. Thomas Krowensky has taken out the Dutchman. That is not what we want to see. I'm not sure what happened there, but that is ridiculous. He's completely wiped out Malk, who was chasing down the lead of this Grand Prix, battling for the race victory, and he's completely wiped him out for no reason at all either, like literally no reason. So yeah, not sure what's happened there. So, Theo Thailand, yes, salute. So, Theo Thailand is your race leader, and it looks like he will be the first ever GT3 Le Mans winner here in F7 if he stays where he is and keeps it clean. I still remember the first ever Formula 1 winner. So Thomas Krowensky DQ'd from the first round here in Monza. Theo Thailand still got the tyres left. So that will pretty much be it. Let's have a look at the hypercar, see what's going on there. Jamie Brass still going at it. Marcus is leading. He's drove a flawless race actually, hasn't he, Marcus? He's not put a foot wrong. He's way clear of the pack. Is it just me or do the graphics? You know, that's my only critique. I don't know if it's because of me or should I change something? Because I am running 900 megabits per second. I can up it if it makes the graphics a little bit better. Remember, guys, if you do want to get involved in GT3 here on LMU, you can by using the code !Discord in the chat, or you can join SimGrid. I will post that link below as well. I will add that to Nightbot. Oh, Phil Townland. Oh, he's onto the grass. Oh, that was close. Wow. And with 10 minutes to go, it's getting a bit sketchy now. Yes, we will get a automatic post going. If you are looking for the perfect sim racing setup, then go to simracingsetups.com. Use code F7R on checkout for a 5% discount. They do setups for F1, for LMU, which you're watching now, a setup course, so you name it, they got it. iRacing and AMR2, whatever you want, they have got the perfect setup for your racing needs. And remember to use code F7R on checkout. We are on board with Theo Townland. He is currently the race leader with 10 minutes of our pre-season race here in Monza remaining. He's driven a splendid race. He's done what he needed to do. We were looking at a good battle between him and Malk until Thomas Kowalski wiped Malk out for no reason at all. So we've been robbed of a spectacle at the end of this race. But it is what it is. It's pre-season, and I've got a funny feeling after this race we are going to have a huge line of drivers waiting to race next Friday. I've got a feeling. We shall see. I can't wait to go back through the stream after the race and post a few clips and get them on socials, and I'm sure that we'll get the numbers we want. We had 7 drivers in GT3 cars and 3 of them in LMU. Marcus has done a tremendous job in that hypercar, that Porsche hypercar, and Jamie Brass in the BMW hypercar. Still going, just 8.5 minutes to go. You've got Malk, who's now sat in P2. He's not really got a race on his hands. What's everybody's thoughts? What's everybody's thoughts on the GT3 side here at Le Mans Ultimate? I've got to say, it's definitely a lot easier to navigate than a Assetto Corsa is. A Assetto Corsa, you can't navigate through the drivers. You have to flick through, and it just randomly comes up with random drivers. You can't just pick 1, 2, 3, 4. I think the mouse is a nice touch. I'm not sure I'd want it on my screen all the time. I would like to button bind it, so when I press 1 it goes to 1 and 2 and 2 and 3 and 3 and so on, or even just so I can press down and it goes to the next person, you know? That would be nice. Because at the moment I've binded it so down just goes to a random part of the track. Here comes Malk. But yeah, once we've got all the button binding done and stuff like that, I think it's going to be great. We're definitely a good race to start off with here in Monza. And oh my god, I can move the camera. I did not know that. Oh wow. So I can be the cameraman. What? Look at this. Here comes Dave Walker. And he's got that LMU car down the inside of him as we go in towards Ascari. No way. I'm like Fernando Alonso in Brazil. Theo Tarland. Mercedes. Leading. And I would like to get rid of the spectator bar at the bottom, although it helps. I would like to get rid of that. About how many laps did Marcus do? I will check. 24. He's done 24. Oh, Malk has done 21. So yeah, they are considerably quicker, the hypercars. But Theo Townland, he's done a great job. It's sort of just dwelling down now. A very successful opener here in Monza. And also I appreciate everybody tuning in. I know it's not going to be everybody's cup of tea. I know that we've built a huge following in Formula 1 over the past 6 years. So to go into something different not always attracts an audience. But I appreciate that the F7R community is quite different in terms of we support drivers and the league quite a lot. So I do appreciate everybody being here and tuning in, and I hope you've enjoyed the race as well. Yes, it's died down a little bit at the end because of the Malk incident, but it's still been quite an enjoyable race actually, I must say. It's been quite enjoyable for me to be sat here. Definitely a lot better with the fact that I'm able to navigate through the drivers that I want to see straight away. Yes, beyond 25 stream streak, that is what I'm talking about. And there's a lot to learn from my side and from Salute. Big shout out to Salute. He's been helping me with all the Le Mans stuff, helping me out with it, helping me run through sim and everything else. It's not always easy. This is so good that you can move the camera yourself. Like you literally don't need to miss anything. That is so good. Who's he? Hey. That's Fanfunous. Fanfunniest, that. Right, so Theo Townland. Theo did make a mistake. Alright. 2.5 minutes remaining in the pre-season race. Would it be better if you put it potentially, mate? Yeah. Visible vehicle. I think we should always turn that up. Live TV displays, trackside only. On miles per hour. Maybe? I don't know. what were we saying? Drive. What were we saying? Turn the game attacks off. Yes, that was right. So. I did see that somewhere, to be honest. Gameplay, was it? But here we go. Driver labels hidden. There we go. Ah, brilliant. There we go. Yeah, because then we can see it down here anyway, you know. A minute to go. Theo Townland, he will always be remembered as our first Le Mans Ultimate GT3 race winner. And Marcus, you will always be remembered as our first ever Hypercar Round 1 race winner. Marcus Lillebeck in the Porsche Hypercar. 40 seconds remaining. This will be his final lap. Theo Townland is just coming down in towards Parabolica. No, he's not. No, he's not. He's just coming down in towards Ascari. And I think this will be his last lap, I think. Because he's not going to make it to the line for another run. But an awesome performance. Flawless from the Swedishman. He's a world champion in our F1 tiers. And he's going to start out our GT3 journey with a victory as well. He's going to come around to the line, and here we go. Theo Townland, our very first race winner here in GT3 for Le Mans Ultimate. Is that it? Or does he have to go round for one more lap? I think he has to go around for one more lap, does he? Just making sure. Yeah, he does. So this is his final lap in the hypercars of Marcus Lillebeck. As he comes round, and Marcus Lillebeck is going to be our first ever Hypercar race winner here in round 1 for Monza. And Marcus doing the donuts, and fair play to him, I would as well. He absolutely deserves it. Marcus goes through the line and wins here in Monza. We go on board with Theo Townland, he's just coming through. But yeah, brilliant stuff. Here comes Jamie Brass, he overtakes Malk into Parabolica. Jamie Brass will come through and he will take P2 in the hypercars. Theo Townland coming in towards Ascari, and the Portuguese driver reverse over the line. Absolutely, Marcus. I'm really gutted, Marcus, that I did not get to see you in a GT3 car. Genuinely gutted, because I really think you'd have given a good battle. I really do. Not in the pre-season, Marcus, there's not, but when the season starts, there will be, yeah. So Theo Townland will come through, and he will be our very first GT3 race winner here in Le Mans Ultimate. Well done to him. Marcus and Theo, our winners here in Monza for the pre-season race. And I cannot wait to see what the rest of this season holds for these drivers. That was a good race. I really enjoyed that. Really enjoyed it. There you have it. So Marcus won in the hypercar, Jamie Brass in P2, and Theo Townland in the GT3 car. He won as well. Warning, has recently been involved in a higher number of incidents. New to Le Mans Ultimate. One of the safest drivers. I love it. What? What? He went and bloody barrel rolled into Malk. Yeah, but fair play. It is what it is. I know you did, Malk. But yeah, well played, everybody. That was really good, really enjoyable. That was Le Mans. We're going to be back again for round 1, which this was round 1, but it was pre-season. But we are going to be back for a proper race, a proper round, all GT3 cars. We're going to have at least 20 drivers on the grid. It is going to be awesome. But thank you all so much for tuning in and watching. I'm going to shoot off. I've been in work since 5:30 this morning. So yeah, a bit tired now, but I really, really enjoyed that. Well done to all the drivers that were involved. Thank you so much for joining me in the broadcast. And I'll see you on the next one. Make sure you stay tuned if you do want to join !Discord or join through SimGrid. And have a great weekend, everybody. I will see you back next week.